Good evening. Live from the Sultanate of Oman Television News Center, here is 7 o'clock News Bulletin. First, the headlines. The State Council approves vehicle insurance and cooperative insurance draft laws and land transport law. Varies intensity rains fall in some wilayas of northern governorates of the Sultanate. The Sultanate and Tunisia sign a memorandum of understanding on handicraft fields. And 4 billion Omani Riyals worth of real estate transactions are concluded during the first 10 months of the year. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. The State Council approved a vehicle insurance and cooperative insurance draft laws and land transport law, which His Majesty the Sultan had ordered to be returned to the Council of Oman to amend some of their provisions. The Council also approved work of the permanent committees for the first annual round of the 6th term, in addition to the new formation of friendly parliamentary committees of the Council with other countries. It also approved the selection of a member from the Council for the membership of the Arab Parliament. The meeting was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Mahfouz al-Mandari, Chairman of the State Council. The effect of the air threw on the northern governorates of the Sultanate started by various intensities rainfall. Moderate to light rains fell in the wilayas of Suhar, Saham and Al-Khabura in the governorates of North Al-Batina, making some wadi tributaries to flow. Light rains fell in a number of wilayas in some areas of the governorate of Muscat and Buremi this morning, and heavy rains fell in the Niaba of Ar-Roda in the wilaya of Mahada. These pictures are from the governorates of Buremi and from some wilayas of North Al-Batina. Within the aim to exchange information, experiences and studies, as well as achieve the joint researches in craft industries field, Her Excellency Sheikha Aisha bint Khalfana Siabiya, Chairperson of the Public Authority for Crafts Industry, PACI, met Her Excellency Dr. Samira Mirai Freya, Minister for Women's Affairs, Family and Childhood in Tunisia. During the meeting, a memorandum of understanding was signed between the Sultanate and Tunisia. The agreement was signed by Her Excellency, the Chairperson of the Public Authority for Crafts Industry. The meeting touched on the Sultanate's role in supporting and empowering the Omani women and the advanced vision adopted by the government since the beginning of the Blaze Renaissance. The PACI chairperson talked about the national strategy, which aims at supporting the Omani women and stressing her important role in the social activities. Still to come in our news bulletin, 300 trees are planted at Ibri Hafid Road in the governorate of Al-Zahir, coinciding with Omani Environment Day.
جيود المزيونة، فيلم يكشف جانبا من أسرار الطبيعة في قلب الصحراء، يأتيكم يوم الخميس بعد أخبار 10، ويعاد الجمعة بعد أخبار 2 ظهرا.
شاركونا في مهرجان مسقط. مهرجان مسقط 2016 ابتداء من 14 من يناير وحتى 13 من فبراير 2016.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Real estate contracts which traded in the Sultanate during first 10 months from the last year exceeded 4 billion Omani riyals. August recorded the highest value of contracts with trading of 972 million Omani riyals, and October recorded the lowest contracts trading value with 200 million Omani riyals. The total real estate activity exceeded 308,000 deals, and the total value of fees collected amounted to 49 million Omani riyals. The total value of selling contracts during the first 10 months of this year amounted to more than 1 billion through 67,000 deals. The number of new land pieces recorded amounted 44,000, 1,900,000 possessions for GCC countries. During the period from January to September last year, more than 37,260 residential land pieces distributed in various governorates of the Sultanate. The Ministry of Housing exerted continuous efforts to chart out and distribute various types of lands in various governorates of the Sultanate by implementing a number of programs that meet requests recorded in the Ministry of Housing and which achieve advanced stages in some wilayas. 7,000 job opportunities annually are provided for Omani youth by the private sector until 2020. That came in terms and provisions of a memorandum of cooperation signed by the Petroleum Development Oman with Oman Society of Contractors, OSC. The memorandum came within the context of the company's programs to find more sustainable job opportunities and training national goals for national job seekers. The Ministry of Higher Education signed an agreement in cooperation with Bank Muscat, where Bank Muscat provided 20 scholarships for general diploma students of the current year. This agreement came within the framework of cooperation between public and private sectors with the aim of support and develop the society, in addition to find wide opportunities for education provided for youth category and support them to continue university education. Oman oil price March delivery reached $26.95. The statement of Dubai Mercantile Exchange said that the price of Oman oil rose 25 cents from the price of yesterday, Tuesday, which was $26.70. The average price of Oman oil February delivery 2016 has stabilized at $34.59. Thus $7.70 per barrel lower than January delivery 2016. Salah Abdul Rahman Al-Talib, economic expert, said that the continuing of oil prices decrease is due to incompatibility of the oil countries to contain the surplus in the oil market, which is around 2 million barrels. He pointed out that the impacts of the decline of oil prices will be assessed as per the annual average of oil prices, not on daily basis. He also added that if the annual average of oil prices below the price on which the budget was estimated, then this will increase the deficit in the budget. Muscat Securities Market General Index today went downswing, comprising a decline by 1.71% compared to the last session. Further details in the following report by Tabinda Bukhari.
MSM 30 index closed today at 5.1 points, recording a decrease of 90.25 points, representing 1.71% compared with the last trading session. The value traded securities today reached 4.45 million Riyal Omani, with an increase of 68.4% compared with the last trading session, which recorded 2.64 million Riyal Omani.
During the week, we've noticed that there's been selling pressure on the market, or continued selling pressure in the market, in line with the remaining GCC markets and to a certain extent global markets. The main reason for that has been pressurized selling from the foreign institutional investors or foreign investors, and the lack of strong institutional presence locally.
The market capitalization decreased by 0.78% against last trading day, reaching around 15.55 billion Riyal Omani. It is worth mentioning that the value of shares bought by non-Omani investors reached 858,000 Riyal Omani, recording 19.30%.
This comes as a surprise, especially when considering the National Bank of Oman announcement of their results, which have been exceeded most expectations, have come as quite healthy results. So to see that the selling pressure has continued on that stock and other blue chip stocks like Oman Tel, Bank Muscat and Ooredoo, especially today, has come as some sort of surprise. However, we can attribute that to the growing global concerns surrounding the weakening Chinese economy, the continued depression of oil prices.
The value of shares sold by non-Omani investors reached 555,000 Riyal Omani at a percentage of 34.99%. The net foreign investment on the market decreased to 697.5 thousand Riyal Omani by 15.69%.
With the world economies tackling recession, there is a constant pressure on the financial markets globally as well as the Gulf markets. With the declining oil prices all the way down to the levels that have not been seen since the year 2003, the local economies are looking towards challenging times. Sayyida Tabinda Bukhari from Muscat Securities Market.
Various projects in agriculture and livestock sectors were implanted in the governorate of Buremi, which contributed considerably in preserving and developing these two sectors. Among these projects were mobile veterinary clinic, a date palm insect comb, in addition to support program for citizens through greenhouse project. Training programs in these fields were also organized for rural women. These projects and other ongoing support programs will contribute to the sustainability of agriculture and livestock sectors in the governorate. Oman Cancer Association organized an initiative of meeting the inspiration of children in the Wilaya of Sur in the governorate of South Sharqiya. The ceremony aimed to aware families about mechanisms of dealing with children with cancer and discuss new ways to limit this disease. The ceremony discussed a number of statistics, namely numbers of people with cancer in the Sultanate and some of modern discoveries in cancer disease treatment and limit complications of the disease. Raising awareness among segments of the society on ways to deal with disabled children and involve them in the community are among the aims of Family Guidance Week at Al Wafa Center for Disabled Children Rehabilitation in the Wilaya of Mudebi. The week, which was inaugurated today, will also shed light on the capabilities and skills of the segment of the society. The activities of the week will include workshops and visits to some families and other events with the participation of various government bodies. More than 300 local trees were planted on the sidelines of Ibrahim Hafid Road in the governorate of Al-Zahira. The initiative aims to preserve all natural components and improve the landscape on the sidelines of the road. It also came as part of activities to mark Omani Environment Day. The activity also aimed to shed light on the elements of Omani environment. The 9 British horsemen who participated in the Horsemen March in the Sultanate continued their tour program, moving from governorate to another by riding on horses and enjoying the Sultanate's various nature, heritage and history landmarks closely. The march started from the governorate of Muscat, passing by Al-Rahba village in the Wilaya of Barka and continuing the march towards wilayas of Al-Awabi, Nakhal, Al-Rustaq in a delightful tour to the governorate of Al-Zahira and Ad-Dakhiliya. The march of horse, which started 2 weeks ago, are supervised by Oman Equestrian Federation and entitled The March of Knights Throughout Oman. And now for the general weather forecast. Cloudy skies will prevail over the governorates of northern parts of the Sultanate with rainfalls. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies. Winds will be north to northeasterly light to moderate, occasionally active. Seas will be moderate to rough with a maximum wave height of 3 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. And now, before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The State Council approves vehicle insurance and cooperative insurance draft laws and land transport law. Varies intensity rains fall in some wilayas of northern governorates of the Sultanate. The Sultanate and Tunisia sign a memorandum of understanding on handicraft fields. And 4 billion Omani Riyals worth of real estate transactions are concluded during the first 10 months of the last year. With that, we come to an end of tonight's news bulletin from the News Center of the Sultanate of Oman. From the entire news team, we do thank you for joining us and good night.